What's going on, YouTube family? Wanted to welcome you to another one of my videos. This is Karthik Ramaswamy, and this video is about pheromones, one of the many things I talk about on my channel. So I wanted to mention something, and this is going to be a pretty passionate video. This is going to be a pretty emotionally fueled and emotionally charged video because I have some feelings about a certain way that pheromones are perceived by the community, and whether that's right or wrong is beyond me. I don't like the way that they portray them, so I want to kind of debunk and or shed some light and some truth on what pheromones really are and how they work and things like that. So I'm gonna dive right into it. So what do we have here? We have videos. If you look on YouTube, which I'm sure you have done your research, and if you are curious about pheromones, if you were like me or like most people, you were going to do your research and you were going to stumble upon videos and you were going to stumble upon articles and you're going to do some digging on Google and you're going to find some studies, scientific studies. You're going to find that NBC or CBS or one of those newscasts, 2020, that's what it was. You'll go stumble upon that 2020 video on those two pairs of twins that was supposedly done in a pseudoscientific manner. A test that was done in a pseudoscientific manner. You are also going to stumble upon videos that state truths about pheromones. Do pheromones actually work? Are pheromones real? Or things like that, things of that nature. And you're going to see a lot of people in lab coats. You're going to see scientists with a doctor in front of their name, and they're going to talk bad about pheromones, and they're going to say it doesn't exist, and they're going to claim it doesn't exist because of a certain few things. One of those things is that they claim not a single pheromone has been proven to exist in humans, which I want to outright say right now that is complete and absolute bull crap, because there is actually a pheromone that is produced by pigs, warthogs, and boars called androstenone, and the animal industry uses this pheromone quite lucratively. Like, they have a big business in it, in helping pigs mate and producing the bacon that you and I eat every morning. Well, I don't eat it every morning, but you know, it's one of America's best breakfasts. So androstenone is actually also a human pheromone. Humans produce it in their bodies, but pheromones haven't been proven to exist in humans. Okay, so you also have some studies, and this one is an actual valid one, because this one, there's some skepticism around it, and it's quite well deserved, I should say. It's based on science about the VNO, which is the vomeronasal organ, which I believe in humans, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken, it is somewhere between the nasal cavity and the brain. There's some link, and it has been proven to exist. There is a VNO, there is a vomeronasal organ that is proven biologically to exist. However, it has not been proven that it can actually detect pheromone compounds. It has not been proven that it is capable of receiving the chemo signals when another person is sending these chemo signals. With that being the case, it doesn't disprove the existence or prove the existence of pheromones. So while it is thought that the VNO is what is possibly responsible for detecting pheromones, it cannot or has not been proven to do so. So we're in the air about that one. There is some warranted skepticism about it, but I don't believe that it's usable in a good scientific debate on whether pheromones do or do not exist, because it just seems that there's still some ambiguity out there. There's also studies that claim, and people with doctors in front of their names, and scientists with white lab coats that state that pheromones don't exist. Now, with that being the case, I feel like they are blatantly disregarding thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pheromone users worldwide, basically saying that all these people are liars. Now, I challenge you, if you are going to do your research, which I hope you do, and I implore you to do, you will stumble upon a website called pherotruth.com. It's run by this guy in Dallas, fellow Texan, what up? And it's spelled Pherotuth, Pharaoh, like pheromone, truth, like honest truth, pherotruth.com. Go on there and read the reports. There's thousands, I'm telling you, like hundreds of thousands of threads, and there's companies that are allowed to advertise their product on that website, and there are people who give their real-life honest reviews and feedback on these products. So by these doctors and scientists and lab coat guys claiming that pheromones don't exist, they're basically discounting blatantly anecdotal evidence from around the world, which I know anecdotal evidence cannot be used in a court of law, or maybe it cannot be used in a scientific study because it's anecdotal, but it's somebody's experience. And somebody's experience is very, very valuable. If I'm sitting here on this video, which I'm doing, and I'm telling you pheromones exist because I know for a fact that it works for me, that is my experience. You could take with it how you take from it what you want. Believe what you want to believe and don't believe what you don't want to believe. That's fine. It's totally up to you. You have free will. You have freedom to make your own choice. But I'm telling you that I have made a decision to buy these pheromone products, and I'm telling you that it has worked for me. And it could work for you too if you try it, or it couldn't if you don't want it to. Whatever. It's really not up to me to decide. But, I mean, like I said, these anecdotal evidence, while it's not usable in a scientific viewpoint, it can be used scientifically, because if you look at the scientific method, let's take a look at it. What it is you basically form a hypothesis, right? You form a hypothesis. A hypothesis can either be tested to be proven or disproven, right? And if a hypothesis can be proven or disproven, what is a method to go about doing that? You conduct a test. And when you conduct a test, you have some variables. And if you prove it when you test it for the first time, you need to repeat it. A scientific method has to make sure that a result is repeatable, and if it's repeatable over and over and over again, and it's proven over and over and over again, then you have a confirmation of that theory, of that hypothesis. So it's a very scientific way of going about conducting your own pheromone research, which builds into anecdotal evidence, which I know isn't scientific in the terms of being published by scientific labs, but it is conducted in a scientific way. So, enough about that whole science mumbo jumbo. There's videos out there that don't really answer any questions about pheromones. You know, you'll type in what you want to look up on YouTube. I have questions about pheromones, so I will search, are pheromones real? Or I will search something like the truth about pheromones, and I'll come upon these videos, which, in true documentary style fashion, they don't really answer the questions that you have. They, in fact, pose even more questions and create even more ambiguity about them. While it's good to get your mind stirred up and like help you find questions, it doesn't really do anything to the person who's trying to prove to themselves that they work or prove to themselves that they don't work. It doesn't really do a service to those people who are seeking answers. Let's dive a little bit further into the biological statements that these people claim that pheromones don't exist, or that pheromones can't be proven. And let me tell you, so all these pheromones that we use on our skin, artificially synthesized pheromones, they're all produced by the human body. We have them inside of us at all times. In fact, I am emitting my own pheromone signature without using any pheromones. I didn't use any today. And our body produces them. It's produced by our own pituitary gland, and they all derive from testosterone and estrogen. These are the two main compounds which our pituitary gland produces, and our body thereby metabolizes these two compounds into even further compounds. So we have stuff like androstenone, androstenedione. Thank you, and heads up and shout out to the guy in a previous video who helped me pronounce that, androstenedione. Thank you for helping me pronounce that. Androstenol, there's androstenol, alpha and beta androstenol, and these have been identified. They have been identified biologically to exist in the body, and there's thousands upon thousands more, and they fall into a class of substances called corticosteroids. So yeah, they're steroidal compounds, and a lot of them are banned in Australia because they're steroids. So how can something be banned in Australia if it doesn't exist? So if you go on Pherotruth, right, you go on other pheromone websites, and you look up a pheromone compound, for instance, let's say alpha androstenol, right, and you look it up, and you want to find out what it does, you start reading, and you see these consistent reports across the board that alpha androstenol helps make you chatty and opens people, and it lets people open you, and it seems to be pretty consistent that everybody has the same effect, that this molecule does the same thing. That says something, doesn't it? So I implore everybody to do your own research and to do good research and to be wary of these videos and pheromone facts that you're going to see floating around the internet, and just like do your due diligence. I will first and foremost tell you that you can visit some of the links that I'm going to provide in the comment section down below. I'm going to link you to pherotruth.com. I'm also going to link you to a list of all the pheromone compounds that there are that I've come across. And yeah, do your research. And I know I didn't really take many breaths in this video because I have a few feelings about the way that these videos portray pheromones. Like I said, man, I wonder if it's just like some company or some group has an agenda out there that they want to misguide intentionally and misdirect the public about pheromones. Nah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist like that. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Pheromones work for me. They could work for you too. But I'm not here to convince you either way. I just want you to be wary of these videos that claim to be pheromonal facts. Peace. Before I leave, I want to do another giveaway. And I promise I'll be on time with this one. Like, comment, and subscribe in this video. Anybody that comments, I will go ahead and put into a random comment generator exactly 1 month from today, from the date this is uploaded. And if you are chosen and you are in the United States of America, I will send you for free a sample of cohesion oil, which is a good pheromone, and I like it. And if you're on the fence about it and you want a free product, comment on this video and maybe you'll get a free sample. Peace.